spending Valentine's Day alone, all by yourself, can be really rough. Spending Valentine's Day alone, all by yourself, when you're going through a divorce or when you're trying to recover from a divorce, that's even rougher. I'm Karen Covey. I'm a divorce coach and recovering lawyer. And in today's video, we're going to talk about what you can do to spend Valentine's Day by yourself and not be totally miserable. And the first thing that you've got to think about is, do you want to not be totally miserable? And that might seem like a weird question because you're like, yeah, of course, I want to have a great day. I want to be happy. But sometimes being all by yourself, bawling your eyes out, listening to sad music, watching romantic comedies, and eating ice cream or drinking your beverage of choice can be really therapeutic. I mean, it's not something you want to do all the time, but if you limit it to a small amount of time and you don't do it over and over and over, it could be what you want to do. It could be just what the doctor ordered. So don't think that you have to be happy just because it's Valentine's Day. You don't. If you want to be miserable, but do it with gusto. Really get into it and then let it go. But let's assume that that's not what you want to do. Let's assume that you want to be happy. Well, the first thing to being happy when you're single on Valentine's Day, and I know this because I have probably been single and by myself on more Valentine's Days in my life than I have been married or with somebody else. So I know from whence I speak, right? So if you want to be happy, the first thing that you have to do is get your expectations in line. I mean, even if you do everything that we talk about in this video, and I don't know that you can do it all, but even if you did everything, this is probably not going to be the best Valentine's Day in your life. So if you can be okay with that and expect that it's not going to be wow, but it might not be bad, that's cool. That's step one. Then what are things that you can do? Well, I made this handy dandy little infographic here, and it's called the top 10 things to do on Valentine's Day when you're alone. And if you want to get a copy of it or you want to see it at least in bigger form, you can go to KarenCovey.com, scroll down to the homepage to the blog roll, and you'll see my blog post on what to do on Valentine's Day when you're alone. And you can read the whole article, which talks about way more stuff than what I can talk about in one video. And you can see this beautiful little infographic for yourself. I will also put a link to the article underneath the video so you can just do it that way if you want. But when I made this video or this graphic of what to do on Valentine's Day, I realized that things fall pretty much into two categories. One is the stuff that you can do for yourself on Valentine's Day that's positive instead of focusing on the negative, which will all the time, that will bring you down, right? So things either fall into that category, and we'll get to there in a minute, or they fall into the other category of things you can do for other people or focus on other people that'll actually make you happy. And the truth is, that's the secret. If you can stop focusing on how miserable you are and instead focus on what you can do to make somebody else happy, that'll work every time. That's the key. And the first thing that you can do, and it's my personal favorite in the category of doing something for others, is to write thank you notes. And this is how you do it. You just get a stack of paper or a bunch of cards, and you just think of everybody in your life that you're grateful for. And you can write them just a little card, couple sentences. Hey, I was thinking about you. I just want to thank you for being the most awesome brother in the world. Or I was thinking about you and I just wanted to say thanks for being my friend. I appreciate the time that you blah, 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 blah. Or thanks for being my sister, my parent, my fill in the blank. But gratitude, if you write those cards and you take the time to think about what you're really grateful about that person, what you're grateful about, for in your relationship with that person, it's going to make you feel good. And then you get bonus points because when you stick it in the mail, first of all, they're going to be thrilled that they got a real card in the mail because nobody gets those anymore. And second of all, when they read what you wrote, they're going to feel good. So it's a win-win. So that's the first thing that you can do to make yourself feel better on Valentine's Day. Other things you can do, focusing on others, this is a good one too. Make dinner for your parents. make a nice romantic evening for your parents. That's assuming, of course, that your parents are still together. If they're not together, that probably won't be the best idea. But you can do it for your parents or your step-parents or, anybody that you like. Maybe they can't go out or they're older. It's a beautiful gesture. And the truth is, you'll be spending time with them too. And you can all have a good time together. And if you don't cook, order in. Who cares? The point is to make a nice, beautiful evening for someone else. That's going to make everybody feel better. Another thing you can do is do something kind for someone else. Think, pay it forward. Think of something that you can do, even something as silly as you get in the line for coffee, the drive-through for coffee, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, doesn't matter where. But you get in the line, and you buy your coffee, and you ask the cashier, because they know who's behind you and what that person ordered, pay for the person behind you. So that when they come up to the window and they go to pay, the cashier says, oh, it's already been paid for. I have to tell you, I've done that for other people, and I've had other people do it to me. Total strangers, I don't even know who they are, and it just makes you feel good. So you can make someone else's day, and that'll make your day. So those are the kinds of things that you can do, and focus on other people. Get out of your own head, get out of your own misery, and you're going to feel better. The other category of things is focusing in a positive way on yourself. And top of the list, at least for me, in this category, is to make yourself a spa day. And it doesn't have to be expensive. You can hop in the bathtub, light some candles, have a glass of wine or champagne or tea or whatever you want, maybe some little munchies, and put on some music and have a bubble bath and just enjoy the time alone. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the fact that you can be there. It will make you feel better. And if you want to go a step farther and you want to spend a little more money, book a massage. Book a manicure or a pedicure or a facial or some kind of splurge and indulgence that you wouldn't normally, money you wouldn't normally spend on yourself. Do that. It'll make you feel good. Or if a spa day isn't your thing, if you're a guy, that's totally cool. Buy yourself something that you've wanted for a long time. Splurge a little bit. Now, I say a little bit. If you buy yourself a Ferrari, it'll feel good in the moment, but when you have to make the payments, it's not going to feel so good. So you want to make sure that you splurge a little, but don't totally blow your budget so you're making payments for the next 2 years. That will not make you feel good. But a little splurge could be just what the doctor ordered. Other things you can do. You can invite your friends over for a Galentine's Day or a Guyentine's Day. I don't know if there are such words, but you get the idea. You invite your friends over, you have something to eat, you have something to drink, you spend some time together, have a few laughs. It will totally take your mind off your own situation, and it can be really fun. Or if you don't want to do a whole party, if you're not up for that, which is also totally cool, call somebody. Connect with an old friend that you haven't talked to in a while and catch up. Have a few laughs. Talk some on the phone. It will make you feel better. We're human. We all feel better when we're loved, when we're connected to someone. And on Valentine's Day, we all think about romantic love. But there's a lot of kinds of love. And you've got those in your life, I'm betting. If you look for them, you'll see them. So connect with a friend. That's love. That's connection. And yeah, it's not as good as having, the person of your dreams by your side at a romantic dinner, but it's not bad. So focus on what you have. Don't focus on what you don't have, and your day will be better. I hope these tips helped. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. If you subscribe to this video, you'll always get notified of when I make new videos. So definitely like the video, subscribe, and if you want to go for more tips on what to do on Valentine's Day, check out the link below on my blog. I'll talk to you next time.